So far we talked about our body's natural stress busters, those neurochemicals or neurotransmitters. We talked about endorphins and oxytocin and serotonin. Today we're going to talk about another body's inner mechanism or inner capability, and that, my friends, we call as a parasympathetic system. I want you to imagine that our body is a special form of a machine, and we have our brain, our mind, and then we have our body. So our brain or our mind is this main transformer. That's where all the things happen. That's where all the messages are initiated. It's the place where all the information arises and all the information is processed. So your body basically responds to whatever information the brain gives it, and that all happens through a specialized wiring system. We call that a nervous system. There are two kinds of important nervous parts of the nervous system that are involved in the stress. One we call the sympathetic nervous system, and the other one is the parasympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system gets activated when your amygdala or your fight and flight center of the brain gets activated. Parasympathetic nervous system, again, is a connection of neurons and nerve cells which go from the brain to the body, a body to the brain, which does exact opposite of the sympathetic nervous system. So its job is to reset your body back to the pre-stress level, back to a relaxed and a calm state. And pretend that all these nerves are carried through your body through a very strong big cable. And that cable, my friends, we call the vagus nerve. I'm sure a lot of you must have heard about vagus nerve. So vagus nerve is this big nerve which gets connections from the brain, from the mind, and then it goes to the different areas of your body. In fact, to most of the organs. It goes to the lungs, to the heart, to the stomach, to the intestine, to the bladder, even to the reproductive system. So once this vagus nerve gets activated, that's what it does. It tells the heart it's time to slow down, and your heart rate goes down. Your lungs start to inflate and deflate in a very slow way. Stomach relaxes, so your digestive system starts working properly. Your food is digested properly. The intestines and the large and the small intestines start working properly. Your bladder functions properly. In fact, that's why many times we call this vagus nerve as rest and digest. Taking these long, deep breaths in and then holding the breath and then long, deep breaths out, actually what it does is that it compresses your belly, the muscles of your belly. It puts a pressure on the vagus nerve, and that is what activates the vagus nerve. Once it's activated, then it signals different organs that it's time to rest and relax. There are many other things that you can do through which you can stimulate this vagus nerve. Loud singing or chanting, putting cold water on your face, doing yoga, making some positive social connections, laughing loudly, giving or getting a massage, fasting or intermittent fasting, tai chi, taking walks for at least a period of 30 minutes. The bottom line is that we are very imperfect beings. Our bodies are capable of feeling the stress so that we can protect ourselves, so that we can survive on this earth. But we also have mechanisms in place where we can de-stress ourselves, not be in a constant survival mode. We have abilities and capabilities to thrive, but we just have to learn about our bodies. We have to understand how our mind works, how our bodies work. Being aware of your body, learning about your body helps you develop some healthy coping mechanisms and saves you from the unhealthy ones. For example, drugs, addictions, being dependent on unhealthy relationships, toxic relationships. And yes, I say this all the time to you. Sometimes we do need some extrinsic help, whether it's in the form of medications, whether it's in the form of the therapy, to help our body to come back to its relaxed or to its calm state. And that all is totally fine. Because remember, seeking help is a sign of courage and not weakness.